అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఈరోజు మనము అతి ముఖ్యమైన విషయాన్ని చూడబోతున్నాము. క్యాన్సర్ వ్యాధి. క్యాన్సర్లో 4 దశలు ఉన్నాయి. స్టేజ్ 1 మరియు స్టేజ్ 2 డాక్టర్స్ వాళ్ళ ట్రీట్మెంట్తోనే సులభంగా క్యూర్ చేయబడుతుంది. ప్రజలు తమకు క్యాన్సర్ ఉందని వారి గుర్తింపును సమాజానికి ఎప్పుడూ బహిర్గతం చేయరు. ఈ కొరవు తీసుకున్నందుకు నేను సుభాషిని మరియు ధీమన్లను మెచ్చుకుంటున్నాను. క్యాన్సర్లో అనేక రకాలు ఉన్నాయి. బ్లాడర్ క్యాన్సర్, ఓవారియన్ క్యాన్సర్, కొలెటరల్ క్యాన్సర్, ప్యాంక్రియాటిక్ క్యాన్సర్, మౌత్ క్యాన్సర్, స్కిన్ క్యాన్సర్, లంగ్ క్యాన్సర్ అని క్యాన్సర్లో ఎన్నో రకాలు ఉన్నాయి. వారు క్యాన్సర్ని ఎలా పరీక్షిస్తారు చెప్తాను. క్యాన్సర్ని గుర్తించడానికి 2 మాక్ టెస్టులు ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటి DNA బేస్డ్ టెస్ట్, రెండోది CEA టెస్ట్. ఇప్పుడు విషయానికి వస్తే స్టేజ్ 3 మరియు స్టేజ్ 4 నయం చేయడం చాలా కష్టం. స్టేజ్ 4 అయితే చాలా ప్రమాదకరమైన దశ. ఈ దశలో ట్యూమర్ శరీరం ఇతర భాగాలకు వ్యాప్తి చెందడం ప్రారంభిస్తుంది. అయినప్పటికీ క్యాన్సర్ సంస్థలు తమ వంతు ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాయి. హార్మోన్ థెరపీ, కీమోథెరపీ, ఇమ్యూనోథెరపీ, ఫోటోడైనమిక్ థెరపీ, స్టెమ్ సెల్స్ థెరపీలను ఉపయోగించి డాక్టర్స్ ట్యూమర్స్ని తగ్గించడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తారు. కానీ అదంతా వృధా అవుతుంది. క్యాన్సర్ పేషెంట్స్లకు చికిత్స అందించినా పూర్తిగా నయం కావడం లేదు. సినిమాలు, పుస్తకాలు, సీరియల్స్ విషయానికి వస్తే క్యాన్సర్ స్టేజ్ 4 నయం చేయడం కష్టమని ప్రజలని నమ్మిస్తున్నారు. రీసెంట్గా ఒక సినిమా చూశాను. మూవీ నేమ్ అయితే చెప్పను కానీ ఆ మూవీలో ఒక వ్యక్తి ప్రాస్టేట్ 4వ స్టేజ్తో కష్టపడుతున్నాడు. డాక్టర్స్ అతనికి క్యాన్సర్ చివరి దశలో ఉందని చెప్పేశారు. అతను తన రోజులను లెక్కిస్తున్నాడు మరియు చివరికి అతను మరణించాడు కూడా. ఇప్పుడు ప్రజలంతా 4వ స్టేజ్ క్యాన్సర్ని క్యూర్ చేయలేము అని ఈ విధంగా గట్టిగా మరియు బలంగా నమ్ముతున్నారు. ప్రజల మైండ్ సెట్ మారాలి. ఎందుకంటే 4 సంవత్సరాల క్రితం డాక్టర్ సుభాష్ని తన మెడికల్ రిపోర్ట్స్తో నన్ను కలిసింది. డాక్టర్స్ ఆమె మానుకడ కాలం 2 వారాలు 14 రోజులని చెప్పేశారంట. నేను ఆమెకి 11 రోజుల్లో మీ శరీరంలో చేంజెస్ని చూపిస్తానని నమ్మకం ఇచ్చాను మరియు 108 రోజుల్లో మీరు క్యాన్సర్ నుంచి బయటపడేలా చేస్తానని చెప్పాను. 21 యోగ పద్ధతులని రూపించి ఆమెకి మెడిటేషన్, యోగా, ముద్రాలు, బంధాస్ ఇవన్నిటినీ నేర్పించాను. నేను ఆమె శరీరాన్ని పూర్తిగా శుభ్రం చేశాను. ఇంకా ఏ పండ్లు తినాలి, ఏ కూరగాయలు తినాలి, ఏ కూరగాయలు తినకూడదు అని చెప్పాను. సోర్ సూప్ అనే ఒక పండు రసాన్ని రోజుకి 3 సార్లు తాగమన్నాను. ఎందుకంటే కీమోథెరపీ చేస్తే మన శరీరంలో ఉన్న మంచి సెల్స్ మాత్రమే కాదు, క్యాన్సర్ సెల్స్తో కలిపి మంచి సెల్స్ కూడా నాశనం అవుతుంది. ఈ సోర్ సూప్ క్యాన్సర్ సెల్స్లనే మాత్రమే నాశనం చేస్తుంది. అదనగా కుకుర్మిన్ కలిగి ఉన్న పసుపు క్యాన్సర్ నివారణకు సహాయపడుతుంది. అల్లం, పసుపు, క్యారెట్ జ్యూస్, గోధుమ గడ్డి, ద్రాక్ష పండు ఇవన్నీ క్యాన్సర్ ప్రివెన్షన్కి సహాయపడుతుంది. రెస్వెట్రాల్ ఇది ఒక మాయాజాల మంత్ర అనవచ్చు. ఈ మాత్రని డాక్టర్స్ క్యాన్సర్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ఇస్తారు. ఈ మాత్రలో ద్రాక్ష విత్తనాలు ఉన్నాయి. అందుకే ఆమెని రోజు ద్రాక్ష రసం తాగమని చెప్పాను. ఇంకా నాన్ వెజ్ విషయానికి వస్తే నాన్ వెజ్ని పూర్తిగా వదిలేయమన్నాను. రోజు సూర్య స్నానం చేయమని చెప్పాను. అది కాకుండా రాగి గ్లాసు పసుపు నీటిని ఉపయోగించి మెడిటేషన్ చేయమన్నాను. ఆమె నేను చెప్పిన అన్ని విద్యలని ఒక్కటి కూడా తప్పకుండా చేసింది. నేను ఆమెకి చక్ర ధ్యానం కూడా నేర్పించాను. మానవ శరీరంలో 7 చక్రాలు ఉన్నాయి. మూలాధార, స్వధిస్తన, మణిపూర, అనాహత, విశుద్ధ, అగ్న, సహాసర. చక్రాలు లొకేషన్ మారితే రుగ్మతు ధరుస్తుంది. ఆమె విషయంలో ఆమెకి బ్లాడర్ క్యాన్సర్ ఉంది అంటే 2వ చక్ర డిస్లొకేట్ అయిందన్నమాట. దానికి తగ్గట్టు నేను ఆమెకి చక్ర మెడిటేషన్ ఇచ్చాను. ఆమె మొదటి చెకప్లో డాక్టర్స్ కొత్త ఎదుగుల ఏమీ లేదని చెప్పారు. 3 నెలల తర్వాత ఆమె క్యాన్సర్ నుంచి పూర్తిగా బయటపడింది. ఆమె నా వల్ల పూర్తిగా నయమైంది అని నేను చెప్పను, కానీ ఆమెకి నేను ఏ ఫుడ్ తినాలి, ఏ స్పైసెస్ వాడాలి మరియు యోగిక్ విధానాలు అన్నీ చెప్పాను. నేను చెప్పిన అన్నిటినీ ఆమె ఫాలో అయింది కాబట్టి ఆమె బయటపడింది. ఆమె పట్టుదలతో ప్రయత్నించింది. భగవంతుడు దానికి తగ్గట్టు రిజల్ట్ ఇచ్చాడు. ఈ మధ్య ఆమె చెకప్కి వెళ్ళింది. ఒక్క క్యాన్సర్ సెల్ కూడా శరీరంలో లేదని డాక్టర్ చెప్పారంట. నేను చెప్పేది ఏమంటే ఈ లోకంలో మనం చేయలేము అని ఏ పని లేదు. భయం లేకుండా చేస్తే ఏ పని అయినా సులభమే. దయచేసి రాబోయే వీడియోస్ని తప్పకుండా చూడండి. డాక్టర్ సుభాషిణి గారికి మానుగడ కాలం 2 వారాలని డాక్టర్స్ చెప్పారు. కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఆమె క్యాన్సర్ నుంచి పూర్తిగా బయటపడింది మరియు ధీమన్ ఇప్పుడు రికవర్ అవుతున్నారు. అందరికీ చెప్తున్నా, క్యాన్సర్ ఉన్నవాళ్ళు భయపడాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. మేము సుబ్రా స్కూల్ ఆఫ్ యోగా ఇక్కడే ఉన్నాం మీకు సాయం చేయడానికి. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Vanakkam. I want to share my story with all of you. Just like most of you, I was caught up in the cares of the world. As a doctor and a mother, I was always trying to take care of everyone else, trying to advance my career and provide certain lifestyle for my family. I didn't take much time to truly take care of myself. Then one day, I received this phone call that changed everything. My physician told me that I had been diagnosed with high-risk form of cancer and that my chances of survival were very small. I can still remember as if it was yesterday. I was totally shocked. I did not know what to say or how to act. I was completely immobilized by fear. I kept asking myself, why me? Why me? I thought about my 2 sons who needed their mother in their life. I lied awake at night, contemplating the unknown and wondering what I could do to change this. How would I get past such an overwhelming obstacle? That is when I was introduced to my master Subramanian Nachiyappan. When he heard my story, he was moved by my cause and decided that he would help. He told me that cancer was just like any other disease. It's treatable, it's curable if you make the necessary changes in your life and set in your mind that this can be defeated. For the next 108 days, this yoga master worked with me, helped me with life-giving food, meditation and spiritual practices, focused on recentering my life on what is truly important. My mood improved, my energy improved, I was motivated and I followed his advice for the whole time. I was reciting the mantras that meant to make my mind and body strong. I followed his regimen to become a whole person. They say an ordinary man prays that he will be spared of any misfortune, but a wise man prays that he should have the strength to accept any misfortune that comes to him. Through this time, I learned that whatever stands in our way can itself become our new way. Through the ancient practices of yoga, I was granted a miracle and my doctors declared me cancer-free. He told me, you don't have any new growths. You're completely free of cancer. Just as the yogi promised me, that day I was cancer-free. My name is Subhashini and I bring you message of hope. Just as I have overcome cancer and now able to be a better care for others after learning to take care of myself, you too can believe, have hope and overcome your disease. I wish you all a happy yoga day and pray that you too can be delivered as I have. Now I live, laugh and love. Thank you all. Long live yoga.
Good evening. My name is Dhiman Lahiri and I'm a student of Subra sir. I live in Chicago in the United States. And the reason I'm making this video is because he actually asked me to create one and to share my cancer journey with others so that it can benefit somebody. So I'm trying to create some, I'm making this small video and I hope that someone actually benefits from my experiences, and I wish everyone who's going through this a very speedy recovery. So to start off with, let me tell a little bit about the cancer itself, how everything started. I'll then go on to talk a little bit about how I got associated with Subra sir, what have we been doing together, what the results have been, and then some advice from myself about everything in general and just how to sort of go about the journey based on my experiences that I have had. So in January of last year, which was 2022, I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. And it was a shock, of course, to me as well as to my family. And the good news was that I work in consulting, specifically in healthcare, so it was very easy for me to get the right doctors in Chicago to find the best care that was available for me, and my company helped me a lot with that entire journey. So in March, I had my entire ascending colon and the appendix removed, and the surgery went well. And right after that, the chemo started, which was supposed to start in April, go through November. And initially, when we started measuring cancer, the way it's measured is that they look for tumor markers, as we call them, in your blood. And there were two specific tests that were being done. One is called CEA, and that was very normal and was normal all through of last year. And there was another an advanced test that is done only in the United States, that is a DNA-based testing that has just started, and we were doing that too. And the DNA-based test was initially very high, and it was around 3,000 as a number. Before the chemo started, after surgery, that number went from 3,000 to 900. And initial 4 months of, actually 2 months of the chemo, we had very good results. It went from 900 to 2, and just to give people an idea of the numbers, the number when it goes to 0 means that you're cancer free. So after those 2 months, right, I became a little complacent, to be honest, because I thought the number's 2, it'll be 0 soon, and I'll be cancer free. And I started having sugar and ice cream and some other indulgences, we are all human and we have food cravings from time to time. And those were mistakes that I committed in the early days of my cancer that I think people should learn from. It is true for all cancers. Cancers look for sugar, so please, 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 if you're going through this, cut out sugar from your diets, and it will really, really help you. But what happened after that is the number started increasing. From 2 it went to 45, from 45 it went to 190, from 190 it went I think very high to 1300, right? That is around the time, sometime in March of this year, when the chemo was starting to become ineffective, that I thought that I really need to take this into my own hands. And I knew Subra sir 2 years ago when he actually was here in Naperville. And there's a real wonder story associated with him and Dr. Subhashini, who he cured from stage 4 gallbladder cancer, where even doctors had given up and said that she had 2 weeks left, and he cured her in 2 months, and she is today cancer free for 3 years now, which is a very, very nice story. But my journey with Subra sir started, and from a yoga perspective, I wanted to try yoga. I wanted to think about doing this holistically, not just going through chemo. And there are 3 components of yoga that he's been teaching me. I'm not cancer free yet, but the numbers have started becoming much better. So the 3 components that I believe is what the exercises that I do with Subra sir in the morning. We work out for an hour and a half sometimes. And that's one part. That's the yoga that he does with me, that is comprised of 2 parts: meditation and then actual physical yoga exercises. The second part is actually food and diet, right, which I think is an extremely critical part of the yoga journey with Subra sir that he has taught me. He's modified my entire diet. Different people have different things, but from first I was completely non-vegetarian, so I have been vegetarian now through this entire journey, and converted to vegetarian for a period of time, and I probably will continue with it. And that has really helped control the cancer. And then there's been many other things that he does, right? Like changing the rice that I eat, changing the drinks that I have, like carrot juice, there's ashgard juice. There's a bunch of different things that he has done in terms of the diet, right? And I think he customizes it based on the cancer you have, the stages it is at. So I won't specifically go into what specific diet I have, because I think it would change for every person that he's actually talking to. But that's a very, very important component. And then the third part is the homework that he gives you, right? So homework in terms of yoga exercises that you need to do. And that's again very, very important. So it's very important to understand that yoga is not a magic pill, right? Just by going to Subra sir, don't think that you will be cured, right? Like, you will be cured if you do your bit, and he will do his bit to help you, right? Like, that's very, very important. As people initially, when we start getting good results, we start getting complacent. Sometimes we do things, sometimes we don't do things. So it's very, very important to stay motivated this entire piece of the journey, right? And you will see good results. And I am seeing good results. So the numbers that were the 2 cancer markers that I started talking about, both have started going up. And one of them is actually under control now, and it's normal. It's in the normal range, and we're waiting for the other one. So fingers crossed. And hopefully, I'll be able to share the news that I'm cancer-free soon. The second thing I would, then the next part, that I really want to talk about is what has been my experience so far with cancer, right? I think that it's important to understand that, more than anything else, it's very important to stay mentally strong, right? Have your faith, right? Whatever God you believe in, make sure that, you pray to your God. You stay strong, and don't lose faith, because cancer is not a journey for a day. Even after you recover from cancer, right, there's always a chance for recurrence. So it's important to know that whatever journey you are starting today, you will have to continue that for life, right? Like, so that doesn't mean chemo. I don't mean chemo. What I'm saying, things that you change in your lifestyle, like your food, the yoga that you do, the other things, right? We have to be a lot more thoughtful about the choices we make as compared to when we did not have cancer, right? And if we do all of those things, I believe that it is much more conquerable. It is something that is much not different from any other disease, right? And Subra sir, as a person, I will say, he's a very kind and thoughtful yoga teacher. He knows yoga very well. So there are a lot of people who teach yoga, but unfortunately yoga has got a bad name because not everybody knows yoga well. Subra sir is a person who knows yoga extremely well, has done his research, and he can really guide you on your journey if you believe in him, if you believe in his techniques, and you believe in yourself, right? So with that, I apologize for the long duration of this video. I hadn't really prepared myself for it, but I look forward to hearing from you guys about it, and I wish every one of you who is listening to this and going through cancer really speedy recovery. May God bless you, and may you guys be cancer-free soon. Thank you. Good night.
Hi, good evening to one and all assembled today for the Vibha workshop for yoga. And I'm very happy to be here. I'm Dr. Shobha Chakalingam, one of the cardiologists, and truly happy to speak my experience with yoga guru Subra sir. My experience with yoga goes back several years. I took a month-long Hatha yoga course during a vacation in India, and it has really shaped my outlook as well as training me with a lot of discipline, mental agility that's very needed in today's life. And when I met Yoga Subra sir here again in Chicago, I was very impressed with his in-depth knowledge of the yoga asanas and also the scientific aspects of our beneficial effects when practicing yoga regularly. He had ready references with research articles quoting how yoga helps in controlling our blood pressure, a lot of pain related to certain professions which make one sedentary. And it's terrific to see Subra sir share his yoga techniques with a lot of children associated through Vibha. And the neat thing is his amazing skills and techniques are really one of the best. And we're getting world-class yoga teacher right here in Chicago. And he's such a wonderful person as well. His passion is to teach the right yoga asanas and techniques to everybody, as many people as possible, so they can benefit, and the breathing techniques. And I can see that time is of no matter to him. It could be a 1-hour yoga class, and I watch it going to 2 hours, and Subra Yoga Sir is only eager to teach us more. It's very fortunate that such a dedicated yoga teacher is amongst us in our community, and I'm very happy that VIBA workshop was organized, and many people of all age groups can benefit through it. I wish both VIBA as well as Yoga Subra Sir the best for the forthcoming years, and hope this great ancient technique reaches a lot more people so we can all benefit from it. Thank you.